What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Talking Cobra Kai, and today I am joined by a very special guest. What's up, Matt?
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm Matt from Basic Entertainment. Shout out to Noah or TCK for short for popping on, letting me join his channel. Of course, he rebooted his channel. I'm proud of him coming back to the YouTube game and strictly Cobra Kai, which I'm starting to get into. And yeah, I just got off watching season 1, and I'm excited to talk about it.
All right, well, thanks. So, before we get into your review, can you talk about what you thought of Karate Kid 1 and 2?
Karate Kid 1 is a classic. I really do enjoy that movie. It's a lot of 80s cheese to it when go back and watching it. It's a lot of 80s cheese, but it's pretty much like the Rocky version of a kid version of Rocky, and it's not bad. Mr. Miyagi carries that movie. A lot of convenient moments and stuff. It's a nice kids movie. I would say it's the main thing I really love about that movie is that the way how they did Miyagi is how he teaches. It's not about karate, right? It's about more finding a balance and more spiritual type of training, which it was really the substance of the whole movie. Now with Karate Kid 2, if I give Karate Kid a grade, I'll give it like an A minus. Karate Kid 2 has a really good concept. You go to Miyagi's hometown. What was it called?
Okinawa,
and it's unique. He has like this feud with his sibling, and it just has a good concept but horrible execution. A lot of it's just not poorly. It's poorly written, and the payoff at the end is not good. Because you kind of were expecting a fight with Miyagi and his sibling, but it just wasn't a good movie. I haven't watched 3 or 4 yet, so I will get into that. But from what I heard and what I seen, Karate Kid 3 and 4 are trash. So
the sequels are nowhere near as good as the original.
I can tell. Yeah,
but they're important for Cobra Kai because in the upcoming season they bring up references and stuff. So I really like 1, but 2, 3, 4 is horrible.
I can. Yeah.
All right, so let's just get right into your season 1 review.
All right, man. Going into Cobra Kai, I was pretty excited hearing you talk about this, as everyone's been gassing up this series, right? And I was like, it's on Netflix. It's cool. Before I didn't watch it because I was on YouTube, so I never really got into it, and I don't want to pay for that. So Netflix I have, and dude, the first episode, the way how they kind of twist the story of Johnny and Daniel is pretty unique. You come off of Johnny kind of like a good guy almost. He's kind of like the protagonist. You start off from his point of view, his journey, and then you get Daniel. And Daniel's kind of a prick. He has it all. It's kind of expected because he was more successful than Johnny. But man, I gotta tell you, this show is so complex, but so simple. Like there's so many complex layers into these characters. Johnny has so much layers to him. He's still can't forget what happened in Karate Kid. Kind of ruined his life. He's a deadbeat dad dealing with that. His son doesn't like him. Doesn't even want to call him a dad. Doesn't like him at all. And then you just have him kind of just always seeing Daniel's face, billboards. He's a successful cars dealership, whatever. And just seeing how his life. And maybe he could have thought that could have been my life if I would have, probably beat Daniel. My career would have been different. Overall, it's and then Daniel is like, I never really liked Daniel and all the Karate Kids, and I don't think I ever will personally because I just think he's a bitch. Like I don't know if we could curse. Can we curse in here?
Yeah, you can curse.
Okay, I think he's a bitch. I think he gets bailed out too much from Miyagi or a stupid convenient moment. He just gets bailed out too much. And here he is kind of a prick, but he even for him in his situation, he still has some struggles, dealing with his daughter, making sure her daughter's right, being privileged, having the money and all that stuff, but still trying to have her daughter, date the right people, like just normal dad things. He's going through normal progressions of a dad, and he feels like he's trying to put kind of what can I say? His lessons to life. His situations, but Daniel's cool. Everyone else in this show is cool and fun. I will say this: it is cheesy. Like it's cheesy. It's but I think that's Karate Kid. Karate Kid was always cheesy, but of course, when they're grown up, you get a little more. This is for sure more for adults, towards teens. They curse and all that stuff. But a lot of complex stuff. The writing here is amazing. I mean, so like Karate Kid and Karate Kid 2 have like these convenient moments. Oh, the bad guy's gonna show up here, and Daniel's gonna be at the same place. And it's like it never really explained how and why their motives was to be in that situation. But here they do. You get like a character's going to a party. Oh, I want to go sneak out to a party too because my mom grounded me, and then I gotta take the kid who I'm talking to who thinks the kid's kind of into me to his home. But nah, let's go to a party. And then the guy who's liking this girl, what's his name? Miguel? Was it Miguel? Miguel. He's drunk because he's mad about what's going on. And then you just get like all that stuff is so fun and unique, man. I really love the writing in the show. The directing, it's solid. It's like cable television almost, but the writing and the funness. This show is so freaking fun. Oh my god, I just couldn't stop. I watched, dude. Like when it comes to me, the way how I progress, like take stuff, consume stuff is like I'll be on my phone, watch a movie, go back on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be kind of like I have a low attention span. You want to say, and this show kept my attention 24/7. I wasn't on my phone. I was just boom, straight knocked out in one day. Season 1, so it's cool. It's awesome, man. And I just feel like they leave you in a good. They leave you in a nice cliffhanger, but it still didn't take away from the show. The show is still about I don't want to say grief, but regrets. Kind of what's the right emotion to say to explain the show. Season 1.
It's a lot of regret with Johnny and balance is obviously a big
balance.
They're all finding different balance in their life, like all the characters. Yeah,
and it's it leaves you off on a good note, and I'm so excited for season 2.
Yeah.
You go first.
You go.
Okay. If I have to give season 1 a grade, I will give it an A. A, straight up A. Had a great time with it. This is, we compare it to Rocky. This is the Creed to Rocky.
Yeah,
that's the best way you can explain it, and that's a compliment because Creed is also a great movie, and it's great. Kind of like a progression of the story. Also, too, I'm also digging that. They're doing homages and they're doing callbacks to the original movies and stuff, but I don't know if like, of course you have seen season 2 and 3. I just hope from season 1 they establish these new characters. I hope they don't keep on doing that. I don't hope they're like, oh, remember Karate Kid, like Disney does with their winking stuff.
Yeah.
Or Star Wars and stuff. Like, remember Karate Kid? Remember we did that? No, I don't want that. I want new characters, new stories, branching on to season 2. Right now, season 2 leaves you in a good cliffhanger with that reveal. And the coach, I forgot his name. What's his coach's name? Kreese. It leaves you off a cliffhanger, but I just hope they don't do too much winking. I hope they add some new stuff to Kreese too. But yeah, man.
Yeah, so me and Shamoon from Cobra Kai Nation were really hyping this up for you. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
You could say it succeeded your expectations?
It succeeded my expectations. Yeah, it perfectly. I don't want to say it went over the top. Like I think you guys perfectly summed it up. What the show is about and stuff. Yeah.
So what the show, especially in season 1, does so well is you don't really know who the bad guy is because Karate Kid is so black and white. You know who they're intending the bad guy to be, but in this show, like Daniel is annoying sometimes, and then Johnny can do stuff. So what's interesting that you said is that you always found Daniel like annoying, and I don't know if you know this, but like a few years ago, before Cobra Kai came out, like somebody made a YouTube video explaining why Daniel is the actual bad guy in the movie. Do you think that?
In Karate Kid, the original Karate Kid?
Yeah. Because like it said, like this kid from Jersey comes in and hits on this guy's girl who like they're like taking a break from.
Yeah. Also too, like I know you say black and white. Johnny in the first movie still had that moment at the end. He was like, sweep the leg. You know, like sweep the leg. He's like, he kind of hesitates, like, should I do it, coach? It's not right. So he's still kind of like not in the fault because he's a kid, and the way how, you know, Coach Kreese treated him was wrong. You know, it was a good social commentary of how, you know, sometimes we go over aggressive to kids of coaching and sports and stuff. So I can see Daniel being the theory, you know, all these theories and speculation bad guy, but a safe bet, I don't think he is. He's just annoying to me. I feel like the guy who played Daniel he's still good. He still has that voice. He still looks like Daniel, older version of Daniel. I'm just really happy that you could tell the creators of this show, the writers, are fans of the original Karate Kid.
Oh yeah, they are. They always say how they're like the biggest fans.
Yeah, and this is pretty much like, I know we talk about fan-made movies. This is the best fan-made movie, if you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Like these fans were really brainstorming, oh, what should we do? Sometimes fans make up some stupid ass theories like, oh, we're gonna do this and that. No. This is like fans' genuine good stuff here. They know what's good, they know what's wrong, what's bad, and they just go with it. But also too is like, I'm just so glad that, you know, Johnny and then the returning characters are back for this show, because I was like, that was like years ago, man. And like to come back, starting out with YouTube, you know, I don't think their paychecks were big because it was on YouTube at first. And you could kind of tell, which is not a bad thing. Karate Kid shouldn't be this big budget show, but it's like they came back for this show, something way back, probably the biggest highlight moment of their career. And now look at Karate Kid's on Netflix. Cobra Kai is huge.
Yeah,
you know, there's a huge fan base towards it. So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to really get into this.
Yeah, the show really shouldn't work like at all. Like these two middle-aged men like having a karate war,
teaching karate and stuff.
Yeah,
but
so,
you go.
I
also like how meta it is sometimes. Like there's this one part, not meta, but it's kind of like it makes fun of itself, which is a good thing. It's kind of like I really like this one joke. It's like Miguel is like, Sensei, is there a certain way to wipe the mirrors? It's like Johnny's like, I don't care, kid, do whatever. I was like, oh my god,
I don't give a shit.
It's like so opposite. Like Daniel is like all about balance, wax on, wax off, and that's the way he trains Johnny's kid. And then Johnny is like, you know, whatever. We strike first. You know, it's more aggressive against what is it?
Miyagi-Do? Oh
no. Passive against aggressive.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. And it's like leading off from what they learn from their coaches or senseis. So yeah, man.
If you think about it, Johnny is basically the Miyagi of Cobra Kai because, you know, he's mentoring this kid who's getting bullied. Obviously, him and Miyagi are very, very different.
Very different, yeah.
But he still has like this relationship with this kid who's getting bullied, and he's teaching him how to grow. So what do you think about Miguel's character? Because he changed like throughout the season.
Yeah, there is some big time development here. I feel like I don't know about you, but I would have gone a little bit more deeper with, you know, his backstory. Of course, I don't think they have to, but I'm just more of a emotion type of storyteller. I love when you see emotions, two characters just talking it out, what's in their past. I don't think we really got that in this season. I'm not too sure. But he does have a character towards him, and he has big time development. Now, I will bring up this Hawk, Lip, you want to say? He's fun. Trust me, when he turns to Hawk, he's fun. And Lip is pretty much like, it's also a social commentary how, you know, it's like very generalized how they do high school, the hot girls, the cool guy, you know, and stuff like that. But Hawk, his transformation was a little bit too much, I feel like.
Really?
He walks out of the dojo feeling embarrassed of himself, ashamed of himself for having this disorder. He gets a mohawk, gets a tattoo, and all of a sudden he's a different person. I don't know. I just feel like that was a little bit of a reach there in a way. They could have explored a little bit more of his character. Maybe get like one scene of him kind of like just thinking about it, laying in his bed or whatever. You know, it was a quick switch, and it was a development that was a little bit rushed in my opinion. But Hawk made it up because, dude, Hawk was fun, man. I really like Hawk in this show. He's really the fun, I don't give a shit. And then it kind of it goes off. Not only it was just play off of jokes, it go off more of a serious mode when you get to that fight. because he would play dirty. He can't play dirty like that. So.
Yeah, Hawk is definitely one of the most fun characters, and we definitely get to see his character grow like a lot in season 2. Like especially like he's a lot more screen time in season 2. So a lot of people I know, they really didn't like it like the first 1, 2, 3 episodes. So did you like it at first, or did it take you like a few episodes to actually get into it?
Dude, the first episode is like one of my favorites. That's like one of my favorite episodes of the season. I just liked how it was like it was deep. You saw the world of Johnny, his point of view, and the way how they got Johnny and Daniel to interact was cool. And then you got kind of like a little Karate Kid moment with the Miguel getting punched out with what's the dude's name? Andy? What was his name?
Which one?
The Asian kid.
Oh, Kyler,
yeah, you got him, moment like that, and then he just whoops their ass, and it was pretty cool. Little cool action, nothing crazy, but it was a little cool Karate Kid action. So yeah, man, I think the first 3 episodes sets the limit for the show. It sets where we're heading, and of course, the final episodes were the best. As the finales.
Yeah.
But I will say this: that one of my favorite episodes is the one where Danny goes back to Miyagi's funeral. That really
5.
had me. Yeah. And that was like a good midpoint. That was episode 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to start your second act of a show, is like a more of a heartfelt and a tribute to Miyagi. I really love that episode. It was pretty beautiful because Miyagi is he's one of my favorite cinematic characters of all time. He is Yoda of Karate Kid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yoda's the GOAT too. So Miyagi is the GOAT. So I really love that tribute to Miyagi. Yeah.
Yeah, episode 5, you have the big cafeteria fight, and of course that scene. But do you have a particular favorite fight scene from season 1?
I'm gonna go with what's that boy's name? Robbie versus Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
That really? One move he did with that handstand, and then like that. Oh, that shit was badass. Because it wasn't a thing where like Daniel says, "Oh, even Miyagi tried to do it and he couldn't do it," or some crap like that.
No, Miyagi could do it, but Daniel could never do it.
And Robbie did it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was cool. That was cool.
So, are you rooting more for like Cobra Kai or Miyagi-Do?
I kind of feel like Robbie could be. He's gonna probably be an annoying character in the future. I can already tell because he's like. I hope you're smirking. I think you're on to something.
I made a video like a few weeks ago saying why Robbie is the most annoying character in Cobra Kai.
Because I feel like it's gonna be too much. Oh, you weren't there for me, type of thing. That type of trope of you weren't. Daddy wasn't there. Stuff like that. I just don't want that to be the case. Hopefully we can get more different type of. I don't know. I just have a feeling on him. I'm just gonna go with Cobra Kai because, first of all, their name is awesome. Their logo is cool. Their robe, their uniforms are awesome. So I'm gonna go with Cobra Kai because I really do like Johnny. He was my favorite character throughout the, this season. So yeah.
Yeah, Cobra Johnny's Kai. Definitely my favorite character.
Yeah,
because he balances. He's funny, and he's got great like emotional scenes with like Miguel and all. So, speaking of balance, great balance between the whole show is great balance between humor and like not
drama.
too drama, but not too like not too much teen drama. So it's a great balance. Yeah,
it's a really good balanced show. I think that's the best way to put season 1, and that's cool, man, because that's what Karate Kid was all about. The first Karate Kid was that balance. And that's like even like you want to say a lot of substance here. That's kind of like the world is. There's balance between hate and evil. Or, I mean, hate and good. Good and evil. So it's a balance, and it's kind of a kind of poetry of life, if anything.
Yeah. So Daniel's daughter Sam is a bit of a controversial character. So what do you think of her?
First of all, man, how old is she? I didn't
in
get her
real life?
Yeah.
Right now, I think she's in her mid-20s.
She's mid. Oh, well, when they were shooting this, she was like 19, 18?
Yeah, around that.
First of all, I think she's cute. I really like how she comes out in the show. But so far, she's fine.
Yeah.
She's fine. There's nothing. It is a little bit weird how she just wants to join in again the Miyagi Do. So I got to see how that plays out. But right now, she's fine. She's cool. Her looks save it for me. So
yeah. All right. So that season 1 left off on a pretty big cliffhanger with Kreese coming back. So what do you want to see from his character?
I want to see some. Well, first of all, how did he know they won? They probably.
Karate's like a big deal in the Valley, so everybody might have been talking about it, or I don't know. They never say how he knows, but
okay, yeah. So that was kind of weird that he just popped out of nowhere, but it was cool to see him back. I just don't want him to be. I don't know how that's gonna work though. He's just gonna try to take over Cobra Kai. He's like, no, Cobra Kai I started Cobra Kai or some crap like that. I'm not trying to get you to spoil it. I gotta watch the show on myself.
Yeah,
but I just want to see, Johnny. He's always gonna be Kreese. He's always gonna be the bad guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see Johnny go against him a bit. Have that different ideology of how karate is supposed to be played, and that's all I really want to see. Because I don't think. Can you add some layers to Kreese? He feels very timid, kind of just there, statue type villain, But I will be surprised if they do give him some layers, because that would be like, wow, if they give him layers to someone that type of just one-sided villain, nah, I don't want to say generic, but just pure evil, and then I'll be surprised. That will really make I'll be like blown away,
Yeah, what's interesting is Johnny and Daniel, they both hate Kreese, because in the beginning of Karate Kid 2, we see Kreese, choking Johnny and almost killing him for losing the tournament. And then obviously Daniel and Kreese are enemies. So it's going to be interesting to see that. I'm not going to spoil anything, but Daniel and Johnny both very much dislike him.
I could probably see a team up, if anything, like a little team up. Like
I don't know.
No, you can't confirm or deny, right?
Mm-mm. Do you have any more like theories for season 2?
Honestly, do I have one? I feel like the other nerdy kid,
Dimitri,
he might join Cobra Kai, might go back. That's a bold one, because I feel like he's just there for the comedic relief, So I don't think so, but I really don't have too many theories on this. I don't think I'm so deep into the fandom to start making theories. I'm just taking it for face value. But don't get me wrong, I'm part of Cobra Kai Nation now. I'm part of this fandom you guys have. I just really got to catch up and do a little more homework. But no theories for now. But I feel like when season 2, maybe we get some theories. Maybe.
Yeah. So Johnny's had great, development throughout the show. Do you have like a favorite, moment of Johnny in the season?
Let me try to think here. Okay, so I do like the moment when they won, and he's kind of like looking at the trophy like, I shouldn't have won this. I did it the dirty way. Mainly because of Miguel, decision he took for himself. You just see that, like, kind of the shamefulness of him. I think that's probably my favorite moment. I can't recall another moment where I was like, wow, that was absolutely spectacular. But that doesn't mean it wasn't bad. It was just, I just can't remember right now, to be honest with you. I have like bad memory, but no, that for sure is one to stand out to that. Him winning and him kind of like damn, I did it the way how I want. I wanted to teach him this way, but they caught up to the bullshit that I used to do, type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Johnny will definitely give Miguel and Hawk, this isn't really a spoiler, but he definitely will give them shit for doing all this illegal stuff. So he's definitely not just going to ignore that. is there any character that in season 1 that you want to see, more of that didn't get a lot of screen time?
Let me think. Who didn't have a much screen time? I feel like damn, let me really think about this.
I know a character who I really like, who's more of a supporting character, is, I don't know why, I really like Daniel's wife. I think she's like great with her lines, when Johnny showed up at Daniel's house and they were about to fight, and she's like, just a normal Sunday afternoon, a bunch of grown men about to kick each other into a pool.
That's the joke stuff. They just make fun of it. It's like, what's up, guys? You guys want some drinks? Like,
and then they had breakfast.
Yeah. So yeah, and I really do like the moments where it's just Daniel and Johnny in a bar talking about the past. Hey, let me get another drink. Let me get a margarita. Let me get let's chill. Let's go through Facebook. Let's talk about the past. Let's talk about the girl that almost was. So I really do love those moments, because it's not too like oh my god, I hate you. That would be corny if they'd done that. They're still guys. They're still men at the end of the day. Still respect each other in certain ways. So I do really respect that they still have kind of like a mutual friendship.
Yeah. So they did talk about Allie, who was the love interest in Karate Kid 1. So do you think we'll see anyone from any of the original movies return, or who would you want to, out of any of the characters, to return?
I would really love for the kid in the background in Cobra Kai. He just says something stupid. What was it? It's like, yeah, man, go for the leg.
Oh, give him a body bag.
Put him in the body bag.
Yeah.
I want to see that kids up to me. That was that line for some reason stand out because it was so corny. But
yeah, that's one of the most iconic lines from the movie.
Yeah. It's just so what the hell? Like, okay.
Yeah. Like, who is this guy?
Yeah, that was very 80s, type of writing there. But I'll be honest with you, I'm fine where they're at. I'm really fine where they're at. Yeah. If they do bring her back, I'll be interested. I just feel like it's probably a thing where it's like it plays into the role, how it's kind of like, that was both our crush back then, and then we just they kind of relate to that. They can really relate to that. Yeah, I really don't have a pick for that. I mean, personally, I would love to see Miyagi, but unfortunately, he's the actor who played Miyagi passed away in 2005. So unless I was seeing a Chad and Shimoon and a Cobra Kai kid, they're like, oh, what happens Miyagi comes back as a Force Ghost? And I was like, and I told Shimoon, I was like, that was I was like, it's disrespectful, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna be disrespectful.
But it was like, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, but they're pretty much like Yoda. He's pretty much like Yoda. And that's where I made that connection. It's like, oh yeah, they kind of are like similar. But yeah.
Yeah, so we talked a lot about the positives of season 1. So what you talked about a little, but what's like the main problem, if you have any, with season 1?
I honestly don't have too many to recall. I don't like the kid, Daniel's son. I feel like he's not doing anything. I mainly don't have one. Maybe dude, I honestly don't have one. I'm keep it real as possible. Maybe the cinematography could have been a little bit more cleaner at some points. I really love the shot where it's like Daniel, bowing down, giving his respects to Miyagi, and you just see that pan out shot. And then he does the bowed down. I was like, that was really nice. That was a good shot. But maybe cinematography, maybe is season 2 is produced by YouTube, right?
Yes.
And season 3 is produced by Netflix.
I'm pretty sure that was still YouTube, because Netflix picked it up in like the summer, and they already filmed season 3, and then season 3 released earlier this year. But I don't know why, like, the budget seems so much bigger in season 3 that it seems like it's a Netflix, but they filmed it like
post-production. They added a little bit more money.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they did.
Yeah. But I'm glad it got picked up for Netflix. I think Netflix, this is a big dub for Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about how it would be kind of cool though if I want to get your take on this. If it was a weekly release like we get from WandaVision, Mandalorian, will you like that or just like this? You know, because I was looking at it as like a what is like a 3 hour movie, 4 hour movie. Want to say?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd like that. I mean, for YouTube, it would be pretty cool because then you get to, like WandaVision, you get to talk about it
Yeah.
each week and then talk about what could happen the next week. But I don't know if this type of show would work. What do you think it would work like that with every week? Especially because the episodes are like 25, 30 minutes.
They're gonna have to up the episodes to like 40 minutes at least. Tops.
I hope they do.
You think they could though? Because I feel like 30 minutes is fine for this show, personally.
Yeah.
It's fine. But 40 minutes, yeah, they might do too much. Maybe they could do a thing where they just like release the first 5 episodes and then the next 5 episodes next week, something like that. Because because even though like it's like I enjoy the show, it is in a way it could be forgettable because you watch the whole season one day and you just kind of like, oh yeah, what's going on with WandaVision? You know, what's going on with other stuff, right? So it's better for us, of course, content creators, where we're like, you can have a weekly show, theorize. And I feel like now the fandom of Cobra Kai has that to kind of back it up of having a weekly release, because I think fans will make theories in the middle of that, have shows about it. I feel like if anything, it could build a fandom and of course build a hype. But it's honestly a personal preference. I actually do like the weekly release as a fan, as a content creator. But I don't know, man. That's actually a good question because I don't think it'll work with this show the way how it's kind of produced.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah, just thinking about that right now.
Maybe if they make it like hour-long episodes, but like less episodes.
Yeah,
I don't know if it would work though, because I kind of like the format they're doing with like like the 30-minute episodes, but and then like the cliffhanger at the end, and then because it keeps wanting, because then you're like, all right, one more. I like the shows like that.
I don't think also too. It's like you talk about the directing. It's not movie style at all. It's very TV. It's very like this is a good. It's very CW. That's not. I mean, I don't know if you take that as a compliment or not. But CW. I've been watching Superman Lois. They've been up in their game. So
yeah, that budget on that show.
That directing. So you could do stuff movie style type budget, movie style type of directing on this cable television streaming show like this. But I think it's fine where it's at. Yeah. I don't think it needs some pretentious directing.
Is there any characters that you want to grow more in season 2?
Ooh, you kind of talked about it. What is the girl, the glasses girl, the nerdy girl?
Oh, Aisha.
I will like a little bit more of her. I really do like the moment where her and Sam at the end of the fight, kind of like they're just talking about it, and she's like, "Leave me alone." And the next, they start laughing. You start having, just like you lost, but you still put up a good fight. I really do like her character because she's just coming in. You could tell being bullied, build up an anger towards her. So she's just going ham, tackling people, punching, like she's going crazy. Mm-hmm. So I do like her character, but I would like to see, if we're talking about character I would like to see more, I would like to see more of her and maybe some depth to her.
Season 1, she was great. And then we do see her in season 2.
Yeah.
She's definitely one of the better characters on the show.
I'm pretty sure they add more stuff to the side characters and stuff. Of course, to like the comedic release, I don't think they're gonna do anything with them. They're just there for jokes. That's fine. But of course, Hawk. Give me more Hawk. Give me more his depth. What's he about? Even the little Stuart Little kid. What's up with him?
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny.
I want to see a little bit more of him being small. What makes him get up in the bed and be like, I want to do karate. What I'm saying, we're big boys. So that's like what I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that. I'm pretty sure.
I really like how they handle like the smaller characters because they make them likable even though they don't have a big part in the show.
Yeah. Even with Hawk, when I told myself that was kind of cheesy, he was still lit, man. I really like Hawk. He just kind of like, he's very 80s in a way. That mohawk and that very like kind of like I don't care attitude, whatever. Let's go. I'll go with the flow. aggressive, type attitude. I really do like that,
Yeah, the show also has like a lot of 80s nostalgia, with the music. So did you like that?
Yeah, I do like that. I do like I like 80s had a certain voice to it, and I don't have a problem with that. I just hate it when it's a thing where it's like, oh, the 80s. Remember when the 80s was cool?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it plays into the music. I think it fits the music of 80s. I do like the outro, how it has that 80s type music. So yeah, no problem with the 80s references at all.
So do you think the show is definitely going to go up from season 1, or do you think it could go, downhill?
It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up for sure. Knowing that what's gonna happen, I just hope they don't take away from Johnny's development with Kreese. I hope it doesn't overshadow. I hope Kreese doesn't overshadow Daniel or Johnny. I hope they balance it. You talk about that balancing season 1. Let's continue that for season 2, and let's continue that for season 3. But I also hope too doesn't like bigger the better. It just like it still keeps this limit. Once you get your final episodes, we go big, right? So yeah, that's how I'm pretty much hoping for moving forward. And I kind of wanted to get your opinion. What's your take on season 1?
The first time I watched it was when it first came on in YouTube, and I really was just looking for a show to watch, and then I saw this. I was like, isn't that the bad kid from Karate Kid? And I got really interested, so I just watched it, not planning on, watching the full thing. But then the first episode I liked, and then I don't really, if I remember, I didn't like the 2 to 4. But then when episode 5 came around, I got so interested in it. Because you got that big fight scene where you see Miguel, take down these bullies, and then all the students show up at the end. Yeah, but I like season 1. It's my second favorite season. Like I said, it really balances well the humor, the drama, and the nostalgia, but not it's its own thing because it has its own perspective on the Karate Kid, why Johnny was a bully, because we see what his stepdad was the bully to him, and Kreese was tough on him.
Yeah.
So I really like the different perspective on the show and different point of view, why Johnny was like that bully. He's really not really a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then we see, and then the whole basically episode 1 is about him, and then we see Daniel show up at the end, and he's being like a prick. So it's like, well, that's interesting. They just switch their roles around.
Right.
So then, and then it leaves on him starting the dojo, and you're like, okay, I want more. You're hooked, because like I said, the show shouldn't work at all, but somehow it does.
And I think I think it's that role reverse. Not to mean to cut you off. I think it's that role reverse. In that first episode, it gets you kind of like, whoa, they're doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's not black and white. It's a lot of layers to these characters. But yeah, go on.
I also like how it balances the the young cast and then the original cast, because it makes the new kids likable, and then you still like the older casts from the original movies. So I really love how the new cast is so likable and they're great actors, and then you see the original ones and they just blend so well together.
Yeah. And I think it's not the old characters trying to carry this show. It's really a good balance between both, because I want to love these new characters, man. I know the old characters, they're great. They were great back in the Karate Kid, but it's the new time. It's a new generation. Let's move forward with these new characters. But what's your grade for season 1 if you're doing an A, B, C minus plus?
I'm going to give it an A minus, just because the first time I watched it, I didn't love it in the beginning, but everything after episode 5, I loved.
Yeah. I remember watching after episode 3, I was like, I of course, I paused it, and I told my mom, I was like, this shit's fire. This shit is fire right here. I think this is a good show. So I enjoyed those first couple episodes. I'm not going to lie to you. I know you kind of talked about this, kind of a little bit tough. I feel like it set up a lot of good things there. Also, too, I really love this line in episode 5, which it is probably one of the best episodes of the season. Is Kyler tells Miguel is like, what is it? What is this, Jujutsu or some crap? Or he's like,
it's Cobra Kai.
And it's Cobra Kai, and then the music, I was like, damn, that shit was lit. I got some goosebumps. I was like, woo, damn.
I still get goosebumps from that, you know.
That was
it's Cobra Kai. You get that.
And then you get that whole action scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's such a great delivery from the Miguel, and then the music plays, and that's how you do a nice epic moment right there. Just you build it up, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, also, like you said, like the score, I think it's really underrated, especially as the seasons go on. It's so good. Like I listen to them like on a daily basis, just the score.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't notice the score too much, but in that moment I did notice the score. So yeah, let's hope it does grow. But you talk about how it grows, yeah, because
it definitely grows.
The score really helps out those emotional moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of like you kind of get the dialogue and the the score, whatever instrumental I just made right now. It kind of helps it out. So yeah.
And it's also, it brings back some of the score, which is I really like from the Karate Kid, and it like but it's also like modern too. They add like new score on top of the old one.
Right.
So I really like the score too, and like I said, it grows. And like you said, like you told your mom, like it's really good. Like I think it's a great show for the whole family, because with the generations, like I got my whole family to watch and they love it. So because like the younger kids will love it, because you got the young cast and
you got the drama, right?
Mm-hmm. And then the older people who watch the movie will love it for the nostalgia.
Yeah, man. It's just to put it in that way. It's not so one-sided. You can get the whole family, and dude, this is a big deal for Netflix to have the show.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see, of course we talk about YouTube. Season 2 and 3 are probably going to be good, but let's see what Netflix do. Like, let's slide in a little bit more money, right? Let's get a bigger cast, whatever, because they can't do no wrongs. The writers cannot do no wrongs. Great writers are always going to continue making great stories. Because writers are the most creative person in the production room.
Yeah, they're definitely very creative for this show, because like there's so many twists, and like you don't see them coming, and it's not like too much, with Daniel finding out Robbie is Johnny's son and then tearing apart like that. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say?
I hate when it happens.
Yeah. I don't know how I forgot that. Shoot. Okay. Whatever.
You sure? You get a couple more minutes.
I'll say it if it comes to me. I don't know. Why can't I remember this? I hate this.
When that happens, dude. Oh my god. I know your pain.
Yeah. But it's interesting when season 2 finished. It was like April 2019. It actually came out I think when Endgame came out, so I was seeing it at night, so the whole day, to distract me from spoilers, I just watched the full series straight from season 2.
Dude, that's a good idea.
Because spoilers were going around, and I had to avoid those.
Yeah.
But season 3 came out January this year, so that's almost 2 years we had to wait. So I kind of forgot about the show, like in that time span of April 2019 to when like the first teaser came out.
Yeah,
that was just interesting.
That's so they don't do like so season 1 came out 2017, if I remember. 2018. So they did 2018, 2019, and took the break.
Yeah, because Netflix
bought the rights,
picked it up, and then they wanted people to watch the first 2 before season 3 came out.
So is it going to go back to the traditional, let's do one every year?
Yeah, it should. Okay. The writer said that season 4 should come out roughly a year from season 3. So people are speculating like December or January. Yeah, like you should see the people, like there's so many theories, because there's already leaked pictures out for season 4 because they're filming it right now.
Right.
So like me and other people in the fandom were all making these theories, and the show is months, and season 4 is months away from coming out.
Dude, for the fact that there's a whole fandom for this, and like you guys are making theories like for Marvel, Star Wars, and DC, that's great. That's a huge, great sign. That doesn't mean this show is in that level, right? That this show's in that level in this type of scale of TV shows. So man, dude, I'm so excited to catch on to these couple seasons. Just enjoy the show going forward. How many seasons do you think they'll do in the show?
The writers said they have plans for 6, but obviously they got to get picked up, which they probably will, because the show's the #1 show on Netflix, and it was when it first came out, it was like #1 for like a month, and then when season 3 came out, it was #1 for another month. So I don't think we'll have to worry about it not getting picked up unless like season 4 is like absolutely horrible. But I doubt that. The writers have such a good thing going, and so much story to tell that I'm not worried about it not getting picked up.
Yeah, it's gonna get picked up. I just hope it comes where it's like they have a planned ending for the show. I don't hope it drags too long, because that usually happens to TV shows. Sometimes they drag a little too long. But
yeah, I hope it doesn't I hope it goes out on top and not get canceled, because it has such a good thing going, and I hate to just see it go downhill and like, all right, this is too much. But people are talking about maybe a spinoff we could see, but I don't know. I feel like when they end the show, I just want it to end.
Yeah, spinoff. That'd be kind of tricky, because you're gonna get a lot of new fans, but I don't know. This show has to be like a permanent success, right?
Yeah,
and I think it is. But a spinoff for this, I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see.
We'll see. All right. Well, I think we'll end it here. Thank you for joining, Matt. Do you want to plug your channel?
Yeah, man. Dude. Thank you for coming. Inviting me to this show, man. I really appreciate it. We had to do this for season 2.
Yeah.
And of course, 3. Get my opinions out. So thank you for Noah, CVK. I don't know what name you prefer, but I'm Basic Entertainment. I'm Matt from Basic Entertainment. I cover movies, movie reviews. I'm actually gonna have a WandaVision series review later on today. You guys can go check that out on my channel, Basic Entertainment. I have movie news page, Basic Entertainment, on Instagram. You guys can go follow that. I love covering movies. I love these discussions that me and Noah just broke down right now about Cobra Kai. And you will see my face back here again, talking about Cobra Kai here on my channel, whatever. I am part of the Cobra Kai Nation, man. Let's go. This shit was lit. Whoa,
yeah, man. This was fun. And like I said, the show, it goes up. And there's so much more to talk about when you see season 2 and 3. I'd love to have you back on here. So thanks for joining me. This was fun. And everybody who's watching on the replay, thank you for watching. And remember, sweep the leg.
Let's go. Put him